first off, congratulations on the incredible
Thank you
effort.
so much.
I know it was a completely different game than yesterday. I ran through the numbers. Do you know going into a game that it might be a low-scoring game where you're going to have to pitch that well, even though last night the teams combined for 21 runs, or do you really have no idea until you get out there and get a few innings in?
You really can't expect it at the beginning of the game, but once you start getting into it and you see that they're not hitting and they're not getting runs in, I mean, I want to say they are a really good team, and I know that they have they can do these things. They can get runs in, they can get hits, but in the first couple innings, when you see that they're not putting those things, and that's when you got to take advantage and just make sure that it stays that way. Even like our team, we're also a team that can put up a lot of runs. We're capable of that, and I think that in that case, if we're this was a close game. So I mean, if you got to look at the start of the game, and the start of the game is I'm sorry, I'm kind of going off, but you really don't know at the beginning of the game. But as you get going into it, you can kind of tell, and that's when you take advantage of it.
Well, one thing that was also completely different in addition to the final score was the defense. There was a lot of miscues on both sides, but I think you're probably more focused on your team's end. How did everyone come out with a completely different success defensively compared to just 24 hours ago?
Well, I think that yesterday was kind of new. We had a lot of draft picks and a lot of new guys, and I think a lot of guys were nervous because it was their first championship, but today we were kind of ready. I mean, we had the feeling that we knew that we were going to get things done, and we knew that we could. We were capable. Like I said before, we have a team that's capable of getting runs in, getting hits. So, I mean, I guess people were ready, and I think that they expected and they believed in themselves, and that's a big thing. And I think that if we can do that tomorrow, then we can take the win.
You came out to pitch the seventh. I think you had just over 70 pitches heading into that inning. It seemed as though maybe St. Joe's had some momentum because they got that run in the sixth. They got a very quick inning in the top of the seventh. What was your mindset, and how did you have that success to get a 1-2-3 bottom of the seventh?
Well, I knew that this championship game, I knew that just being here is a really, really good honor. And no matter how it ended, I was going to try my hardest, give it everything I had. And I just tried to play catch with Leland, the catcher, just back and forth. I mean, you can't really do much more than that.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Sneezing during your good answers. Continue.
So basically, I mean, you kind of just have to block all of that out. And, yeah, I expected them to kind of get a little bit loud. I mean, it was a one-run game. But you kind of just have to throw strikes, put pitches in there, and I guess things will happen.
I'm guessing pretty much everything you threw worked, given the success that you had. But was there a particular pitch that you found to be your best tonight?
Well, today I just started throwing my curveball probably a couple years ago, and today it really looked good. I mean, there's days it's not working, but today was a day that I feel it was really getting in there, and it was just really working and curving and just doing the thing it does. And then I was kind of just mixing it up, just mixing pitches up and throwing a fastball, throwing a curveball to kind of throw them off, and I guess it worked.
Lastly, how do you finish this off tomorrow?
Well, we have a good team. We have good pitching, and I know we can do it. And if we do the same thing we did tonight, if we put the ball in play, if we make good defensive, no errors like tonight, if we can have a good defense, if we have someone good on the mound, which we do, we have a lot of good pitchers, we'll come out with the win.
Well, certainly you earned the victory tonight, and congrats again on the great pitching performance.
Thank you.
That's Joey Razza, starting pitcher.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Absolutely.
I want to shout out to Coach Grip's dad. He is in the hospital right now. He's watching this game, so I want to give a shout out to him. Hopefully he hears that.
Absolutely. Good stuff.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.